Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'll be giving you a block of instructions on genealogy research. The way I'll do this is by first explaining what genealogy is and why some people choose to conduct the research. Second, I will explain some of the places you can go to conduct research and some of the important documents that you will need to validate your family's history. And lastly, I'll present different methods that you can use to collaborate and consolidate this information so that you can both present it to the public as well as save it for generations to come. So first we'll begin by defining genealogy. What is genealogy? So genealogy is the study of one's family history via the study of their ancestors. And our ancestors are, of course, our family members who lived before us in previous generations, to include our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on. So people conduct genealogy for different reasons. So some reasons include benefits, such as being able to prove that you're connected to a Native American tribe, or when it comes to land ownership, wills, and probates, where you have to prove your lineage to receive an inheritance. No matter what the reason is, conducting genealogy research always has a profound effect on people's lives. It gives one the opportunity to look at the struggles and the triumphs and even the tragedies of their family members that lived before them. And after learning their family story, it touches them in a way to where they can also live a life and contribute to make life better for the generations to come.
3.
So now we would talk about the most important part of genealogy research, and that is the research. So we'll talk about where to go and what to look for. So first we'll talk about the places. So you can start by visiting your local library. Libraries can be great repositories of information. In my case, we have what's called the Shreve Memorial Library System, which consists of many libraries, and one specifically focuses on genealogy research. I've visited this one before, and it's been very helpful to me in locating where my third great grandfather was buried, who once we didn't know he was buried. You can also look at your local courthouses. Here in my case, it's the Caddo Parish Courthouse, which has a office of the clerk. In this case, they record things such as land transactions, deeds, powers of attorney, marriage licenses, and more. You can use these documents to validate certain things about your family. So that leads me into the documents. So all of those documents, plus things like birth certificates, death certificates, U.S. federal census, and more, they all give you insights into where your family lived, who they lived with, and it helps you confirm or deny certain oral histories that you may have received from your parents. So now that you've conducted your research, what do you do with it? The two basic things you want to do is, of course, share and preserve your genealogy research. And there are several ways to do this. So for starters, you can make a poster. Now this is a poster I made in 2019 with one of my sons as part of a Boy Scout project. It was very simple, very attractive to a child, which is why I use a lot of color, and it traces our family maternal and paternal about 7 generations. More recently, my family had a family reunion this year, and I was asked to give the oral history of one of our third great grandfathers. To do this, I put together a lot of information, a lot of books, but also made this project, which was a prop I used so that as I talked, it gave them a chance to see photos of him, his ancestors, as well as pictures from that time. And it also includes a few documents like birth certificates, U.S. federal censuses, and so on. You can also publish in a newspaper. So many local newspapers will publish family history stories during various months. For example, if you are of Hispanic descent during Hispanic Heritage Month, they're more likely to publish an article if you submit it. Similarly, in Black History Month, they're more likely to publish a local story on an ancestor that is of African American descent, which I did back in 2020. On a larger scale, you can also look to publish in magazines, which I'm currently writing an article for 2 magazines on one of my third great grandfathers that served in the Civil War. And more recently, I also published a book here about a third great grandfather, which has been published and is out for sale. And the good thing about that is once you publish a book and you copyright it, there's a copy of it at the U.S. Patent Office, but it also leaves it out so that it's available for generations to come. So no matter what you decide to do with your research, Make sure that you share it and preserve it so that it's there for generations to come. In this video, we've discussed how to conduct genealogy research. We've discussed the places to go, the documents to look for, and how to present your research. So no matter if you decide to do brief research, 3 to 5 generations, or in-depth research tracing your family all the way back to another country, just remember, the journey starts with you, and preserve and publish your information.